Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners on Bob Iacchino. So before Elon's crazy tweets today, we already had the divergence, watching for the potential bigger pullback. We talked about, the lower end of the rotation zone on the daily and this little support shelf. And we came down, spiking below that temporarily, but then closing just above it. Be very careful. Knowing where your stops are now. This stock is very, from a fundamental standpoint, very overvalued. They're going to have a very rough Q2. Elon's tweeting crazy things, which may have been in violation of his SEC agreement, which can have major consequences. So we're going to have to see how this plays out, but just know where your stops are, know how you're going to go into next week, know what you're going to do, and especially if the sell-off continues. Again, he tweeted in his opinion the stock price was too high, which is material information, and then the stock did pretty much sell off today pretty severely. You can see here, this is where the tweet came out, and then it just drifted sideways. So again, some advice. This stock has run up big time. Know where your stops are. It's now below the 4-hour rotation zone clearly. On any rally, first level of major resistance is about 737. And then we'd be watching about 764, those two key levels. We don't have the first cross rotation zone, so it came right down here to the 50-period exponential on the 4-hour. Just dipping into oversold. So if we start getting down, especially on a closing basis, below about 684 next week, watch for a continued bigger pullback. We talked before about higher high in price action, drastically lower low in RSI, triggering a divergence, especially on this big reversal bar. And then the sell-off continued, and his tweets made it even worse today. So really, just some advice when stuff like this happens. If you want to keep holding, then know where your exit point is. This thing could have big gaps if he's forced to step down or has to resign from CEO. We don't know what's going to happen if the SEC drafts another letter and charges him with violating his agreement. They're going to have ramifications. We're in unknown territory. So again, know how you're going to trade it, know what you're going to do. There are times that you just want to exit if you're from the long side and sit on your hands. And if you're one of the people who shorts Tesla, and I know a lot of people do, and we just trade with the price action. When it says go short, we go short. When it says go long, we go long. But right now, this is the kind of area that is uncharted territory, especially for the Tesla bulls. Weekly chart. So you can see here, big reversal week on the earnings. Weekly supports coming in about 650, and then major supports down at 582 on a weekly basis. By the way, this is not a double top, in case anybody asks, because it's not reversing a big enough move. I mean, this would put the price down to zero based off the targets, and Tesla hasn't traded down to zero. So it's not reversing a big enough move. This is just two tops in a close vicinity. So again, just know what you're getting into next week. If you're only trading it from the long side, I can't offer trading advice, but just know how you're going to proceed. And sometimes it's best in uncharted territory to just exit things and wait until the waters calm down. This could get into a very interesting time with Tesla stock. We'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.